Okay, Monique. So today we're going to be talking about your learning and your memory. Your memory can be broken down from short-term to long-term memory, and then your long-term memory can be broken down into 4 different subgroups. So focusing on the left side, we have your explicit memory, and that's going to be your conscious slash aware memory. So episodically, we're focusing on experience. So personal experiences specifically. So that can be my birthday, January 2nd, started on the first day of school. That's a personal experience that I can recall. Semantically, however, that's just facts and knowledge of the world around us. So that can be the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's just common knowledge from the world that didn't have any personal experience to my life specifically. And then implicitly, on the other half of memory, we're going to be focusing unconscious memories. So that can be seen as procedural things. So that's just skills that you know how to do. I know how to put my socks on in the morning or how to tie my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But emotionally, we're going to see how that impacts your procedural memory. So it's your reaction to things. Let's say I go up for a free throw and I miss it. I'm going to be angry or embarrassed or anxious. That's going to be an emotional reaction to the procedural things I know how to do. So then we're going to go down to a diagram, and I'm going to show you the parts of the brain that encode these memories. So your prefrontal cortex, your amygdala, your hippocampus, and your cerebellum are all going to be areas of the brain that relate to that long-term memory that we just talked about. So if you remember the procedural memories, like driving a car, that's going to be conducted by the cerebellum. So that's where that type of memory is taking place. The amygdala, if you remember the emotional reaction to those procedural memories, that's going to be found in the amygdala here. And then you're going to have your hippocampus, and this is just kind of the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus are kind of like the key to your memory. That's how kind of your short-term memory is going to be turned into long-term memory. So there's going to be signals getting sent to the hippocampus. And this is where your short-term memory is going to be stored for only a certain period of time. But then it's going to have to be sent to different areas of your brain to then convert it to long-term memory. So now we're going to talk about what happens if areas of your memory are damaged. So if we're looking at the hippocampus, we're talking about your short-term memory, correct? So that's going to be focusing on, think of amnesia. So amnesia, let's say you get an injury and you can't remember your memories previous to that injury, right? That's going to be known as retrograde amnesia. So you can't form new memories. You can't remember old memories, but you can form new ones. Then there's the opposite amnesia, where you can't form new memories, but you can remember old ones. So I can't tell you anything I just did in the past hour, what I just ate, but I can tell you this past year was 2023, 2022, whatever that looks like. So if you want to scroll back up to the top, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh gosh, okay.
I'm going to have you say or sing the lyrics of Jingle Bells.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is. I don't know myself to say. Hey.
Okay, so would you say that this is explicit or implicit memory that you're using to recall the lyrics to Jingle Bells?
Explicit.
Explicit. And would you say that that is episodic or semantic?
Semantic.
Okay, why?
Well, I guess because it's common, not like everyone knows Jingle Bells. It's just a known song. That's not a personal experience to me.
Exactly. So can you tell me your family's birthdays?
Sure.
Any members of your family's birthdays?
Yeah, my sister's is 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Anyone else's?
Gabby's is October 27th, 1999.
Okay, so what type of memory are you using to recall
Explicit, episodic.
episodic? And that's because
It's personal to me.
perfect. Okay, so that is kind of a short wrap up of your memory
Okay.
and how you're using different parts of your brain to learn that information, and then how you're then putting it into various compartments in your brain and storing it long term versus short term. And that's all.
Perfect.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.